The Earth is heating up, glaciers are melting, wildfires rage with terrifying intensity. The consequences of climate change are no longer abstract threats, they are our daily reality. In this precarious moment, the world looks to leaders for solutions. Some turn their gaze upwards towards the stars, where billionaires like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are shaping the future with their ambitious ventures. They promise innovation, technological marvels, and even escape from a dying planet. But can these titans of industry, driven by profit and personal ambition, truly be trusted to save us from ourselves? The stakes could not be higher. Our collective future hinges on the choices we make today. We must scrutinize the actions of those who wield immense power and influence. Are they using their wealth and platforms to genuinely combat climate change? Or are their efforts merely a veneer of greenwashing, designed to appease public pressure while perpetuating the very systems that brought us to this precipice? The answers are complex and require careful consideration. Check one, check two, check. Elon Musk, the enigmatic entrepreneur behind Tesla and SpaceX, has captivated the world with his bold vision of a sustainable future. His electric car company, Tesla, has become synonymous with luxury and eco-consciousness, challenging the dominance of gasoline-powered vehicles. With sleek designs and impressive performance, Tesla has undoubtedly accelerated the transition to electric mobility. Musk's ambition extends far beyond Earth. He envisions colonizing Mars, establishing a self-sustaining human presence on the Red Planet. Through SpaceX, he has made remarkable strides in reusable rocket technology, driving down the cost of space travel. However, Musk's approach has drawn criticism. Some argue that his focus on space exploration is a dangerous distraction from the urgent task of addressing climate change here on Earth. Others question the environmental impact of lithium mining, essential for Tesla's batteries. The production of these batteries comes with its own set of environmental consequences. Furthermore, the high cost of Tesla vehicles makes them inaccessible to many, raising concerns about elitism and perpetuating inequalities in the face of a global crisis. While Musk's technological innovations are undeniable, their overall impact on the fight against climate change remains a subject of debate. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, has faced intense scrutiny for the environmental impact of his sprawling e-commerce empire. Amazon's carbon footprint, fueled by its vast logistics network and packaging waste, has drawn sharp criticism from environmental advocates. In recent years, however, Bezos has made significant pledges to address climate change. He established the Bezos Earth Fund, a $10 billion initiative to support climate action projects worldwide. The fund has backed a range of initiatives from forest conservation to renewable energy development. Amazon itself is committed to achieving net zero carbon emissions by 2040, a target that, if achieved, would represent a major milestone for the company. Bezos has also invested heavily in electric vehicle technology, both through Amazon's own delivery fleet and through investments in companies like Rivian. These efforts signal a potential shift towards a more sustainable business model for the e-commerce giant. However, skepticism remains. Critics argue that Amazon's climate pledges are insufficient to offset its massive environmental impact. They point to the company's continued reliance on fossil fuels for its operations and its alleged mistreatment of warehouse workers. Bezos's environmental initiatives, while significant, are seen by some as an attempt to rehabilitate the company's image rather than a genuine commitment to systemic change. Section 4, Greenwashing or Genuine Change, Unmasking Motivations. The question of motivation looms large. Are Musk and Bezos driven by a sincere desire to save the planet, or are their environmental endeavors primarily motivated by self-interest, a calculated attempt to enhance their reputations and secure their legacies as visionary leaders? The line between genuine action and greenwashing can be blurry. Both Musk and Bezos have undoubtedly made significant contributions to the development and adoption of clean technologies. Yet their businesses continue to operate within a system that prioritizes profit over environmental protection. The true test of their commitment lies in their willingness to fundamentally challenge the status quo. Are they willing to sacrifice short-term profits for long-term sustainability? Are they prepared to use their immense wealth and influence to advocate for systemic changes, such as carbon pricing and stricter environmental regulations? The answers to these questions will ultimately determine whether their efforts amount to meaningful action or merely a sophisticated form of greenwashing. Section 5. Beyond Billionaires, the Power of Collective Action. While the actions of billionaires like Musk and Bezos are significant, it is crucial to recognize that the responsibility for addressing climate change cannot be outsourced to a select few. Real change requires a collective effort, a global movement demanding accountability from governments and corporations alike. We cannot rely on technological fixes alone to solve a crisis rooted in systemic inequalities and unsustainable consumption patterns. We need a fundamental shift in our values, recognizing that our well-being is inextricably linked to the health of the planet. This requires a just transition to a low-carbon economy, one that prioritizes the needs of the many over the profits of the few. It demands that we hold our leaders accountable for their promises and push for bold, transformative policies that address the scale of the crisis. Section 6. The urgency of now, a call to arms. The climate crisis is not a distant threat, it is upon us now. The time for complacency is long gone. We are at a crossroads, facing a choice between continuing down a path of environmental destruction or forging a new path towards a sustainable and just future. This is not a burden we can leave to future generations to solve. The urgency of the moment demands action from each and every one of us. We must challenge the systems that perpetuate inequality and environmental degradation. We must hold our leaders accountable for their inaction. We must join forces with communities on the front lines of the climate crisis, amplifying their voices and supporting their struggles. This is a fight for our collective survival, and it requires nothing less than a global awakening, a mass mobilization of conscience and action. Section 7. Conclusion. A sustainable future for all. The question of whether Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos is saving the planet is perhaps the wrong one to ask. Their efforts, while noteworthy, should not distract us from the larger systemic issues at play. The climate crisis is a symptom of a deeply flawed economic model, one that prioritizes endless growth and profit accumulation at the expense of people and the planet. We cannot simply innovate our way out of this crisis. We need a fundamental transformation of our values and our systems. This requires a collective awakening, a recognition that our fate is inextricably intertwined with the fate of the Earth. The solutions to the climate crisis already exist. What we need now is the political will to implement them. We need leaders who are not beholden to corporate interests, but who are accountable to the people and the planet. We need a movement that is powerful enough to challenge the status quo and demand a just and sustainable future for all. The time for incremental change is past. The time for bold, transformative action is now.